Are we live? Ooh, looks like we are live. Oh, okay.
Can I get a haul yet?
Are we live?
Well, you know what? Howdy.
Good way to start
Howdy,
it. I haven't even introduced you. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. This is a test, so look, I'm not expecting it to be good. Okie dokie. All right. All right. Well, if anyone watches this, welcome to the Football Friends podcast live stream. This is just going to be a test run to see if we can get this working properly. Because in the future, we will just simply live stream the podcast, and then I don't know, maybe release it later or something as well. So, how you doing?
I'm great. Sad that we don't have Ash here to join in the festivities, but you know that's the way life goes, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, this is a test, so it's probably good that.
Yeah, because he'd fail it.
Yeah, we want it to be refined before we bring in the Ash, you know.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so anything you wanna talk about while I try and get football manager working?
Yeah, you can go ahead and do that, and you can listen to this madness. FIFA is set to conclude its investigation into claims of player ineligibility aimed at the Ecuadorian Football Federation (in brackets FEF), with the nation's World Cup status potentially hanging in the balance, according to a claim brought forward. Go ahead.
Sorry, do you have a link for this? Like, are you reading an article right now?
I'm reading an article by the sporting. Sorry, it's just sportingnews.com.
Can you send it to me? Because I can bring it up on the screen.
Yeah, hold on.
Just send it to me in Discord.
I'm not reading it on my computer, so I will.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, no, I can do it.
Yes. Okay. Yes, I was originally intending to play Football Manager here, and we'll talk about it, but it's not seeming to work right now, so I'm trying to figure this out. Maybe there'll be Football Manager soon. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, are you still there?
Yep. Sorry, I've just been
Yeah, that's cool.
diligently trying to find it.
I was gonna say, so in the future, if you want, when we live stream, what you can do is go onto YouTube and watch the live stream, and then you can comment in the chat as well. Because I will when I comment, it'll be the Football Friends podcast, but you could chat on your private account too if you want.
Yeah. That's going to be a good one. So I've just sent that article to you
On Discord?
directly to you.
Oh yeah, I see. Okay, cool. Okay. Okay. Okay, I've got it. Sweet. You can keep talking about it.
Okay, so where was I? According to a claim brought forward by the Chilean Federation, Ecuador deployed an ineligible player, Byron Castillo, throughout World Cup qualifying, and the contention is that Ecuador should be removed from World Cup after qualifying for Qatar 2022 as the fourth place team in South America. FIFA has decided to open disciplinary proceedings in relation to potential ineligibility of Byron David Castillo Segueda, FIFA said in a statement on May 11th. In this context, FEF has been invited to submit their positions to the disciplinary committee. Chile, which finished in 7th place in South America qualifying, argues that it should earn the World Cup spot over Ecuador, given that it played 2 matches against Ecuador in which Castillo played. Another scenario could see Colombia's chances resuscitated if FIFA ultimately rules against Ecuador. Hang on. So Chile finished 7th, and they're kicking up a stink because they're like 3 positions out. Don't get me wrong. If Ecuador have got played someone from somewhere else, fair enough. But they've not really got much claim to that 4th spot, have they?
Yeah, it's a. I mean, you gotta give it a go, right?
Like, yeah. That's right. If it's like what your dad tells you when you're you're playing sport, the referee might give it to whoever shouts the loudest. See, so yeah, Ecuador finished 4th. Peru finished 5th, and I think they're about to play a playoff decider with could be Australia.
Okay,
I want to say it's Australia.
Well, I'll tell you what I reckon would happen if they do disqualify Ecuador.
Mm-hmm.
They'll bring in Ukraine.
Oh wow, yeah. You know what? I think that's.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I mean, Ukraine, winners of the Eurovision tournament.
Vision. Yeah. So.
Okay, so
possible.
Never.
Yeah. So
never
you
eligible
go first.
to play. Oh yeah, I'm just looking at it now. So yeah, he was never eligible to play. How did that happen?
No idea.
But how does he? Because he played. I understand 1 game, but it seems he played 8 games.
So yeah, like, do you know what position this guy is?
No. Does it probably says here somewhere? I don't know, but yeah, so I get it.
He's a right winger. That's just his political affiliation, though, I assume.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it says he's played 7 games for Ecuador with no goals. The club he plays for is called Barcelona.
Of course it is.
But it's Ecuadorian club Barcelona.
Yeah. Okay, that's funny. Oh yeah, I wonder.
Yeah. Mainly right back, occasionally right winger.
Okay, but yeah, so Ecuador are trying to say that since they played 2 of those 8 games were against them, that they were sort of put out the most. Yeah.
You're right. Okay, that's at least that makes sense.
Oh, whoops! I did a Matrix moment.
So I'm looking on Wikipedia right now. The pinnacle of fact finding, and on his page, we've got here nationality issues. In 2017, Castillo was separated from the Ecuador under-20 squad after allegations that he was born in Tumaco, a Colombian city nearing the border of Ecuador. he was accused of adulterating his birth documentation in January 2019, and this issue has kept him out of any Ecuadorian national teams. In February 2021, an investigation started to determine if Castillo was Ecuadorian or Colombian. Finally, on 24th of April that year, so last year, his Ecuadorian nationality was confirmed. In May of this year, the Chilean Football Federation submitted a complaint to FIFA about Castillo's nationality, alleging he was born in Tumaco, Colombia in July 1995, which is not only a different place of birth listed on Wikipedia, a different month and year listed on Wikipedia.
Oh, okay. I sort of understand this contention now.
Yeah.
It's, but that's weird. Oh God. Yeah.
I reckon their claim might he was confirmed to be Ecuadorian last year. Like the investigation took place; it's already happened.
Yeah. Well.
Also,
yeah, it's a bit of a weird one.
Okay, so if he was born in 1995, he was in the youth academy of Norte America. That's not like a porn site. That's just me pronouncing bad, pronouncing Spanish poorly.
Mm-hmm.
From 2012 to 2014, which would have made him 14 to 16, which is perfectly accurate. And then he was in the senior side for that club, and then a few loans, and then Barcelona. Okay. At age 19, which is perfectly reasonable.
Yes. Sorry, I sort of wasn't listening. I'm trying to do so many things at once. Please.
It's okay.
Carry on. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a weird one anyway. We'll see. It would be weird if they were to get disqualified, but you know.
I think they probably won't.
Yeah, FIFA always ends up being very soft on these kind of things, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, any other football news on your mind? I've got a little bit of transfer gossip if you want me to go into that.
Yeah, as well. Oh, I've got some funny ones, but you can or a funny one, but you can go first.
Okay, so of course, it's quite a lot of talk about Ten Hag's rebuild or his. You know, he's got a big budget, so he's probably going to make a few signings and a lot of speculation on how this is going to look. So, and I sort of jumped the gun when I said mentioned Frankie De Jong a few weeks back, but now it is finally looking like this deal may be over the line, and it's looking like we're going to get a pretty decent deal on this too. It may only be like 60 million euros or something, which is quite a bargain considering he's been evaluated at being worth 113 million euros or something like that. So pretty good deal for us. Yeah. And
yeah, you'd take that.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, obviously, I'm a big fan of the player because Ajax is my team, and he was him and Matthias de Ligt and a whole pile of great players were in that Ajax side that Manchester United versed in the Europa League final. And yeah, that was probably like one of their best squads recently. And then, they sold off. Well, they're always selling off their best players and somehow still cranking them out.
Well, they just the academy at Ajax is just it's different level. The coaching at Dutch youth level must just be so good.
Yeah, and so I would love to have see Frankie De Jong at Manchester United and be reunited with Ten Hag, and it seems like he wants to pair him up with Van der Beek, and they've already played together and work very well. So if our midfield's going to be like De Jong, Van der Beek, Bruno Fernandes, that's pretty solid. I'd take that. Now,
It's good, but what happens when you have two injuries or like you need to rotate? Like you,
oh yeah,
I'm.
I'll get onto that soon. Um,
Oh, okay.
but first I'll just talk. I'll just finish the Frankie Young thing. So he, he has said that Barcelona is his dream club. So there's a lot of speculation about like he doesn't want to leave, and I don't think he does. However, Barcelona appear to be in a really horrible financial position.
Yeah, hence wanting to sell their best midfielder at a cut price.
Yeah, well, the thing is though, they have Gavi, who
Yeah,
who is basically the spiritual successor to Iniesta, and or Xavi, like so,
yeah.
and of course he's homegrown, so that they are basically keeping all of their homegrown players, and that means Frankie De Jong is probably axed because even
Well,
though he's so good, he's not
quite on,
homegrown.
quite honestly, Barcelona have the same thing that Ajax have going on. They have probably the best youth academy in the world,
Mm-hmm.
if not in the top, say 3. Um, and like these guys, they just keep turning them out, and there's no reason that they need to rely on. It seemed so nuts at the start of last season. They were like, oh yeah, so we're in massive financial crisis. We're going to sell like 10 guys, but we're also going to sign 7 guys.
Hmm.
Like they made a fuckload of signings, right? That wasn't just me being crazy.
Who'd they sign? They signed
Aubameyang, Adama Traore, Memphis Depay. Um,
Yeah, well, big signings too, like first team signings. Oh, they signed the Dutch striker, the other De Jong,
Luke De Jong.
Luke De Jong,
Yeah,
and well, and they signed oh no, get Braithwaite was last season, wasn't it? And oh yeah,
yeah,
that was another shady deal. um,
yeah.
but then they brought through Gavi and then Nico and like all these young Spanish guys. They might
Pedri.
yeah. Oh, I forget about Petri. Well, that's it. You've got Frankie De Jong in
Don't
this.
forget about Pedri.
You got Frankie De Jong in this team, but then you've got Pedri and Gavi, and Busquets still going. But like, so it kind of makes sense for De Jong to leave, and also because part of it was he doesn't play number 6 for Barcelona. He's been sort of pushed more forward, and that's
Yeah,
he has said that his favorite position is 6, and that was where he'd rather play, and he just played for the Netherlands in that position and was great. And in an interview afterwards, he sort of said he kind of admitted it, like he doesn't like being played out of position at Barcelona. So since Ten Hag will play him exactly where he wants. In fact, there's talk he'll even become our most highly paid player.
Jesus.
On the same sort of wage as David De Gea, and so it kind of seems like the deal is actually materializing now. Like it seems like the right move for him, even though he is because you have to, in terms of Champions League and Europe and stuff like that. It is definitely a step down because we're only in Europa League. But since he knows Ten Hag and this is quite a rebuild project, it does seem like a good move for him, especially if we get him at a cut price.
Oh yeah, look, you've got to take that. Someone like Frankie De Jong, like, and he's got to believe that, like a player like him, he's got to believe in the mentality that that he can take United from being in the Europa League to being in the Champions League, and he's got to surely with a coach like Ten Hag, the one that he's worked with before. He's got to believe in himself, and he's got to believe in that guy.
Yeah. I'm trying to find this. I saw an article earlier, and I'm trying to track it down, but there was something about Barcelona haven't paid their captains and stuff like that, and so yeah. There's one article I found here, and Busquets has said that he didn't find out about his pay cut. He found out about his pay cut from the press before he was told by the club.
See, that's so disrespectful. Like, what is going on there?
And there was
This is a guy who's played for the club for over 10 years and has been an absolute stalwart. Why is that happening?
And yeah, well, part of it's because of that new wage sort of limit they have, and that's kind of seeming to be a bit of a problem for them, because they already got a lot of players to take wage cuts, and now Sergi Roberto has just agreed to a 60% wage cut.
Jesus, 60%.
Yeah, and it's saying here that some players will still be reduced. But yeah, there was some article here saying that like the captains were still owed like 30 million euros or something like that. I can't remember the exact figure, but and at the same time they're trying to sign like Lewandowski and Rafinha, and they're still trying to pick up all these like beast players, but they're not even paying the ones they have. Oh, the other player they signed was Ferran Torres.
Yeah, of course, yeah, Ferran Torres. Yeah. Well, why? So yeah, if you were a player, unless you were, no, look, I don't even know how to make this sentence. If you were a player and Barcelona were going through this well documented terrible phase, would you go there? Well, I wouldn't.
Well, but the thing is, players dream of playing there. It's not uncommon, man. They're one of the best teams in the world, and they have that reputation.
Well, yeah, they are one of the biggest clubs in the world, but they're not one of the best teams in the world. Not at the moment. They're not.
Well, it's also they're also in a rebuild too, and it's the chance to be part of this project, and they do have a lot of potential talent in this squad. Like it's jam packed with it, to be honest.
And I get it, and I even agree. But nowhere apart from the world of sport, effectively, would you get away with basically saying that about your potential employer? I'd love to work for Coca-Cola, but they haven't paid their staff in the last 6 months. So but I really want to work for them. So you know what? It's mental. It is fucking mental.
It's probably like bonuses and things that aren't being paid.
Yeah,
but
that's probably true.
So, because this Lewandowski thing it has legs, because he's recently said, he actually came out and said that he is unhappy at Bayern Munich.
Yes, he's like ready to move on.
Yeah, so that's cool. And Barcelona seem to be the one that are going for it, even though they seem to sign old strikers and then just totally disrespect them like a year later. and
yeah.
Well, oh, sorry, and we also the other two players they signed were the defender from Manchester City, the young Spanish guy,
Oh, Garcia.
Garcia, and then the other one was Aguero.
Yeah, they signed Aguero and they never got to play him.
Yeah,
Basically,
that's actually a super sad story, but so yeah, I don't know, man. This somehow they're in financial turmoil, but willing to spend a lot of money all at the same time. And then in related news, did you hear about the ultimate split? Gerard Piqué and Shakira
Shakira.
are splitting up.
Yeah, obviously his hips have lied.
It's her hips that don't lie, right?
Yeah, her hips don't lie, so his hips do,
Oh.
or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, that's quite a shock. That oh well, what can you do? Yeah. So, but circling back to United, you mentioned that if we have an injury in the midfield, we're still short because obviously we have to replace Matic and Pogba. So
Yeah,
the other ones that are tipped at the moment are Milinkovic Savic, which would be fantastic. He seems like a great replacement for a player like Pogba.
yes,
And then the other one is Ruben Neves. So
interesting.
well,
Yeah,
he deserves a
brilliant,
move.
brilliant player,
Mm.
brilliant player who has proven himself in the Premier League, and would probably fit right in at a club like United, like in that sort of. He'd have no problem playing anywhere, to be honest.
Well, Barcelona
No,
was
just
the other team that was interested as well. So
yeah, yeah. No disrespect to Wolves, but he deserves to play at a club competing for things.
yeah, well, yeah. He's still very young as well. He can he should be in winning teams and stuff like that. Yeah. So we're also looking to replace a right back. It looks like Wan-Bissaka's going to go, and there's been a few links like Max Aarons, now Denzel Dumfries. I think Denzel Dumfries would be an excellent choice. Um, and then we need a centre back too. It was looking like it was Po Torres, but seemed to be a little stalled on that one.
Yeah, my problem with this is none of the names being mooted are bad players. They're all really good players.
Hmm.
Um, but sure, like my problem is that surely not all of them will happen.
Oh, of course not. Yeah, well, it'll be one of, and well, I'd take anyone. We just need a centre back anyway. It doesn't really matter which one it is at this point. All of the ones we're going to look at are going to be good
Yeah,
because, well, one thing I didn't real well, it probably makes sense, but a lot of people probably didn't think about is that even last season when Maguire and Varane were paired together, they they
yep,
they actually had an unbelievable record. They only lost 2 games or something. So
really.
yeah, and so because for the rest of the season, like mostly either one of them was injured, so it was either Varane and Lindelof or Phil Jones or something, or Maguire and someone else. So it we it's more likely that Maguire is just having an off season, and he's totally salvageable. I think that he is going to be stripped of the captaincy, and that's going to happen pretty soon. And I think it's going to go to De Gea.
Yeah, yeah. I think maybe it's just too much responsibility for him at the moment. Like I don't know if it maybe I'm reading too far into it, but I think he plays better for England. And I think it's probably partly because England sometimes play a back three, and I think it's sometimes also partly because just less pressure, less pressure on him to be captain material.
Well, that they don't play as high of a line, and
Well, that's definitely true.
but yeah, he apparently he is, very good in the dressing room and all stuff like that. John Stones actually came out and defended him massively. Just after the last England round. Yeah, I've also heard that he's absolutely fucking hilarious. So he like he always keeps like everyone in a good mood, like for that reason. And yeah, so he, maybe when you think about it, it was a bit of a weird choice for Solskjaer to just sign him and then immediately make him captain. Like there's
I don't think that that's a good thing ever. I think you're to make De Gea captain is awesome because De Gea. Well, has De Gea won a league? Has De Gea been the goalkeeper when Manchester United have won a league title?
That's a good question. I think so. I want to say yes. Yeah. I want to say yes.
Okay, even better question. Was he was there when Ferguson was there?
I think so.
He's
been there for ages.
He's also been there for ages, regardless of the answer to either of those questions. He's been there for ages. There's no reason, like, longevity should count, right? In my opinion, you should. If you play in England, your captain should be an English guy. If you play in Italy, your captain should be an Italian guy. But that's just my opinion.
Well, I think okay. So he has got one title, 2013.
Yeah.
Which
I think that was.
I want to say that's the
Fergie's
first season he was at first season he was at the club. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Fergie's last.
Oh no, okay. He did sign in 2012.
Yeah.
So won the title second season, and actually he's got a number of trophies. Actually that's there was this other thing that came up which was crazy. It was basically the Manchester United team that won the Europa League with Jose Mourinho, and which is probably one of our biggest trophies recently.
Yeah.
The only players in the club remaining from that team that won is Marcus Rashford. Because I mean De Gea got the trophy, but it was Ramiro. Ramiro played that whole.
Oh yeah, but De Gea was in the squad.
Yeah, but I mean, so in the all the players that played in that Europa League competition, the only one left is Marcus Rashford.
Who may leave anyway.
No, he's not.
Okay, fair enough.
No, he's already. I think it's already been sussed. He's definitely staying. And yeah, so that's kind of interesting. Like every player's gone. So, yeah, and yeah, well, Marcus Rashford was actually our starting striker then as well. So it's changed quite a bit.
Yeah, how things change.
Yeah. Okay, so the last transfer I wanted to talk about here is the one between us. As a matter of fact, we seemed Man U and Liverpool are both fighting it out for Darwin Núñez. That's his name, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Núñez.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, the amount mooted is 100 mil.
Yeah, 100 million euros.
Yeah.
So, and I've actually heard that Klopp has already said no. They said they would.
Yeah,
They're not going to pay
precisely.
any. Yeah, they won't pay any more than 85.
That's kind of where I was going. So like we paid 75 mil for Van Dijk because we were basically forced into that amount.
Hmm.
It's like, well, if you want to buy him now, it's 75. Yeah, but we don't want to pay 75. Yeah, but you got to. Oh, okay. And then Alisson was 60 odd, and a few other, maybe I think Keita might have been 50. There was a couple of others in the 40s. But Liverpool really don't, like, on single players, splash that amount of cash. So if the amount is to be that much, he's not coming to us.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't know if he's going to go to United either. I think that amount is just going to be, it's going to be too much, unless another club comes in.
I'd almost not want to pay it. It's
no, hell no.
Because we could just go for someone else. I'm sure there's some other striker. It's been one season. Like, this is so typical. He's not a certified Erling Haaland yet. You know, it's one season. However, you know, he could be this guy. You know, it could be totally worth it. But we've taken so many risks like this before, and I'd rather just sort of do the same thing, like stick to our guns, say like this is what we'll pay. 85, it's maybe the same, 85 million euros, take it or leave it. And
yeah, one club should just say, oh yeah, we'll pay 86.
Well, the other club that apparently is interested is Atletico Madrid, who are notorious for insane transfer fees for Portuguese players. Because they paid like 100 some insane
112 or something for João Felix.
Yeah, and may have overpaid a little bit. He's really good, but I don't know if he's not Erling Haaland yet.
I mean, I don't even think Erling Haaland is Erling Haaland just yet. You know what I mean?
Well, we need to see him in the Premier League first. Yeah, that's always the biggest test. I mean, he is a big, strong guy, so he has the right profile, but yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
but yeah, if not Darwin Núñez, we need someone that's going to score us some goals, because we're losing Cavani, and Ronaldo can't play every game, even though he's a total gun. We need someone to challenge Ronaldo as well too. So yeah,
Lukaku.
I'll pass on that one.
Oh, come on.
I like Lukaku as a player, but I don't know. He seems to struggle in the Premier League. I don't know what it is. He's too big. I don't know. He's perfectly designed for Italy.
Yeah.
Actually,
what about Lautaro Martinez?
Sure. Yeah. That's a good call. I mean, yeah.
He's to me, he's a similar player to Darwin Núñez. Similar sort of profile.
Mm-hmm.
Scores many different types of goals. Can kind of play across the front three, but is basically a striker. Will not come with that price tag.
Well, I don't know about that. I feel like he would be pretty close. You know, he would be 85. Like, you know, you'd actually get him for 85 rather than that's your best offer.
The thing is, I think he's approaching the last couple of years of his contract, and I think I would need to confirm that. But obviously that would make his transfer fee quite a lot less.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, and the thing is, after you brought up Lukaku, that the rumor is that he is literally going to sign back for Inter.
It's awesome.
Yeah, for like the same transfer fee. No, actually, I think slightly less. Okay, so yeah, that's all I really wanted to say about our transfer business. That's there's got to be some deal over the line soon. Yeah, because we notoriously wait until late in the window to do all our business, and it would be nice
And
to,
fuck it up.
yeah, it'd be nice to not do that this time. All right, so yeah, what was it you wanted to talk about? You had some.
Oh, quite a funny one. So obviously the it, I don't know if it's going to become a saga because um, it's difficult for these things to become sagas. But Sadio Mane still has not signed for Bayern Munich.
Mhm.
I think it's clear that he wants to, and it's clear that they still want him. Um, but honestly, I couldn't tell you exactly um, what all of the extra fees were, but Liverpool basically rejected the transfer bid because it was low.
Yeah,
You know, it was
what was it, like
just wasn't that much.
35 mil or something?
I don't think it was even that.
So,
I think it was 25,
yeah, what the fuck, man? Honestly, if dude, look,
followed by
you,
like some weird extra fees.
hmm, yeah, that's ridiculous, man. You could get big money for Mane, man. This is one of the best players around. It's outrageous.
We,
I don't care how little is left on his contract.
yeah, I think Liverpool want 45. I think is the number that we want,
That that's absurd to me. Like,
and it should be 45 cash, and then you know if he scores 20 goals in his first season, it's another 10 mil or something like
yeah,
you know what I
Champions
mean?
League bonus and all that. Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
a few things.
Well,
Like
they're the biggest contenders, aside from Real Madrid and Liverpool for the Champions League at the moment. So you're kind of giving your best weapon to one of your,
to a Champions League rival.
yeah. So
Yeah,
it's pretty upset. Look, the thing is, if it's 45 mil, no, straight up, just fuck that. Like, I'd just be like, no, you can't leave. I'd rather you go on a free than.
you'd rather he go. No, I disagree. I disagree entirely.
But like, how long's left on his contract? That's the thing.
1 year.
Well, that's it. You'd be like, look, you can go for a free in 1 year, and then you have all the power to negotiate. Just stay one more season. I reckon you could convince him, and you would,
Maybe,
because
but I think he's already I think he's already agreed. And when a player wants to go and he's admitted that he wants to leave and he's said that he's going to leave, no point, nearly no point in in keeping him and trying and doing all that shit. Just let him go, but let him go for a fee that suits his value.
yeah, well, I don't know, because like for 45 mil, like you can't replace him for that, and it
No, you can't. I agree.
it's like, even if you, yeah, like I'm just trying to say, like, even if you receive zero transfer fee, right, you do run his contract to the end. I
Yeah.
reckon the what he adds is worth more than 45 mil for one season. In terms of
Um,
prize money, everything, shirt sales, all of that.
Possibly. I
Yeah,
mean,
for
you
sure.
like, yeah, well, yeah, but I mean, look, I don't disagree. I don't actually disagree, but this is, um, you're making a prediction basically, which is fair enough. I don't even think it's a wrong prediction. Um, but Mane he could just shit the bed next season. Like there's nothing confirming anything in football, and if he wants to leave, there's nobody's bigger than than our football club. I don't know about other football clubs, but he should just. He's done. He wants to leave. He's told his teammates that he's leaving. I think sure, if we can convince him to stay, then he should sign a new contract.
Oh well, I don't think that would happen. I think at this point you'd only be able to convince him to run out his contract, and I'm saying this because it worked with Harry Kane. That they're turning down $120 million offers and whatever for Harry Kane, and they just say nah. And because these players are professionals, so even if you piss them off by refusing entirely, I don't think Mane is the type to not play 100%.
Down tools. No, I think you're right. I don't think he is. And if he changed his mind this week, I'd happily keep him for another year. But there's no use doing it the other way around, kicking up a stink and saying that we really, really want you to stay. Don't go. That I don't want us to play that game. I want us to play the game where we put evaluation on the player and try and negotiate with the clubs that want to buy him, and away you go.
Fair enough. Yeah.
But the funny part, which we're getting to, is Spartak Moscow, on social media decided to take the piss out of Bayern by posting a fake transfer request for one of their players from Bayern Munich. So it's a fake letter from Bayern Munich to Spartak Moscow asking for the transfer of one of their players for €1,000, with the extra fees of 10 million if Bayern win Eurovision, 13 mil if Manchester United win a trophy, and 25 mil if Lionel Messi joins Real Madrid.
What?
So it's just that's kind of what I meant about Mane's the transfer clauses, just these things that are just never going to happen. It's like, yeah, we'll give you 25 quid and a Mars bar, and then 35 mil if man lands on the moon.
Yeah, if Pogba sticks to one haircut for the season.
Right, so that's that out the window.
Yeah. Well,
it's mine. These are my negotiating tactics on Football Manager, right? Like, you sign a defender, and then you say, "Oh yeah, well, I'll give you 10 mil, but I'll give you 90 mil if he scores 50 goals for the club." And he's never going to do that. So they go, "Oh yeah, 90 mil, yeah." Well, no.
Yeah, well, that's pretty rich coming from a team that's probably going to be banned by FIFA.
Well, sure, but it's not their fault.
Well, I mean it.
What?
Well,
it's not Spartak Moscow's fault.
Well, hey, some of these guys probably were forced to vote for Putin.
Yeah, all of them were.
Well, some. Look, he has a lot of local support.
What's your point? Yeah, well, that's it. What is your point?
Well, my point is Russia bad.
Russia bad. Oh, good one.
Look. What? Yeah. What? You disagree?
No, I don't disagree. I just mean it's not Spartak Moscow Football Club's fault, and neither is it the fault of the bloke running the Twitter campaign.
Well, I don't know. I think like the ban, if they were to be banned by FIFA, I think it's totally fair. It's That's not what
I mean,
football's about.
I agree. I agree. We should like, but it's not their fault. It's not. They're not being banned by something that the club or a player of the club has done. They're being banned because of geopolitical reasons. Fair enough reasons, which I agree with.
Well, I
But
should look it up and see if any of their players are in the military.
see, no, you're clutching at straws, and this is not adequate.
Well, look, okay, it's because I've been reading this book, and lately they're talking about that in certain teams, especially dictatorial nations and stuff like that, that the football clubs are inherently political. Like in the Middle East, there are football teams that are like Sunni or Shiite,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I believe that. Yeah.
and
But there's teams like that in Britain that are like, or at least started as Catholic or Protestant.
yeah. So only half of them are wrong, but like, so it's very possible that these full of hate, football for hate.
Sure, but you can't tell me that there's not other hateful people or organizations in football who would just happen to be in countries that are not starting wars.
No, I'm trying to say is that it's it's very possible that they're like pro-war. They support it, because
Yeah.
because
Okay.
they're in
Fine.
a very nationalist country.
Okay. How about this? If you can prove that the bloke who runs Spartak Moscow's uh football club Twitter is a Putin voting pro-war super nationalist, I won't find that tweet funny anymore.
Mm-hmm. Um. Hey. Well, okay. I found an
That,
article that said, "What is Vladimir Putin's favorite football team?"
okay.
Oh, damn. Okay, he supports Zenit.
Seen it?
Yeah, Zenit St. Petersburg.
Right.
Um.
Look, mate, I'm getting away with this one, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Um. Oh shit. Okay. Um. I've found another article here that says uh what team did you say it was again?
Spartak Moscow.
Okay, never mind. Well, yeah, there's actually a player from Dynamo Moscow that actually spoke out against Putin. Shit. So he's probably going to be disappeared soon.
Yeah. He's going to be unalived.
But that's what I'm saying. Obviously Dynamo are the pro Ukraine team. So then the other
You,
Moscow team.
you can't prove this, though.
No, I'm not trying
Beyond.
to prove anything.
Good.
Oh, okay, what's this one? Oh yeah, well, okay, so there was this other thing. This isn't football, but there were all the Russian athletes that wore the Z symbol, which is like
Yeah.
their pro-war symbol. So
Fascist
like,
sort
okay,
of.
because look, they say that sport is like war without guns, basically,
Yeah.
and that's certainly how Russia sees it. And so when I'm saying that these the athletes are the inner circle in Russia,
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I'll say on it because I feel like I'm gonna get like sued pretty soon.
Yeah, getting pretty political.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, so Sadio Mane.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. He's gonna go to Bayern eventually. It'll probably rattle on. It would surprise me if it rattled on um for too much more. But we'll see him in a Bayern shirt this season. That's my um pretty confident prediction.
Yeah, and yeah, you're right. If you can get 45 mil out of it, then why not? All right.
Yeah.
So do you have any more yarns?
I don't think so. No, no. I'm happy with how our rather unplanned talk has been.
Yeah.
I love how we have just not mentioned the Europa League at all.
You mean what?
Nations
Nations
League.
League. Yeah, yeah. Well, that was
Yeah,
just
we've barely mentioned the Europa League either.
well, yeah, yeah. Well, that's actually what I was going to say. I was going to say, do you have anything you want to say on the Nations League? Because of course we've had there was the great blue and yellow hope when Ukraine eliminated Scotland, but then they were immediately eliminated by a spectacular Gareth Bale free kick.
Yeah. Well, um, you know, Wales haven't been in the World Cup since 1958. So good on them, and we get to play them now. So they're in England's group.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, England, Iran, USA, Wales. And we should fuck that. We should fuck them in the ass, all of them.
So was that the only qualifier remaining? Is that
No,
okay? What?
no, New Zealand has one.
Oh, okay. And
Um, and I think Australia has to play the UAE, and then the winner of that will play Peru. And I think that's it.
okay, okay.
Let me just pull that up.
Yeah, okay, okay. Um, well, yeah. While you're doing that, I'll just talk about the Nations League briefly. So, at least it's been good for my team, Netherlands. Netherlands played very well in this latest bunch of fixtures. Had a good win. Had a good win over Belgium. We beat Belgium 4-1. That's pretty tasty. And yeah, yeah. And I believe. Oh yeah. Well, England actually had a lose, didn't they? They lost to Hungary.
Yeah, not good.
But it was I mean, it was from a penalty, and wasn't it like Reece James had like literally just stepped on the pitch and immediately gave a
Yep.
penalty? Like, oh,
Yeah, not good.
that's pretty rough. And yeah, so yeah, Portugal had a big win as well, 4-0 over Switzerland, where Ronaldo got another 2 goals for his international record. Um,
Yeah, they just keep marching on. So Australia have beaten the UAE in their qualifier,
mhm.
2-1 with an 84th minute goal. And let's go back. So they will play Peru this coming week, 13th of June, and New Zealand play Costa Rica, 14th of June.
Okay. Oh, so there's only a couple. There's only 4 days. Right. That's maybe we'll be able to talk about
Yeah.
that in the next one.
And other than that, I think everyone's in.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So just yeah. So did you catch any of the Nations League at all? Did you see any games? Because
Other than the stuff you just showed me, no.
well, England played Germany as well, and Harry Kane
Yeah,
bailed them out with an
yeah.
88th minute penalty.
Gareth bailed us out.
Yeah, and yeah, well, we watched those highlights before. Belgium won 6-1 after going behind.
Oh my god, fuck the the quality of those goals.
Yeah, especially Trossard's goal,
Oh, the
top corner man, absolutely.
that one. Good lord.
And well, he's actually a few clubs are sniffing around him now too, and I would say he probably deserves a move. I was saying off mic that he probably has one of the worst shots to goal ratios.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's a winger. It's not completely
Yeah.
necessary, but he is. Go ahead.
He's a wizard type. He's a magician type player. Like he likes to try special things. He like, and you only see players who try special things complete special things on the pitch, right? Like Mark Noble never does 50 step overs and then rainbow flicks it over the goalkeeper's head, right? Because he just he keeps it tidy.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't really have much else to say.
Okay, so I'll give you a little update. If Australia or whoever qualifies between Australia and Peru will join France, Denmark, and Tunisia.
Mm-hmm.
And if New Zealand qualify or if Costa Rica qualify, that team will play Spain, Germany, and Japan.
Oh, that's pretty rough. That's rough.
Brutal. That's yeah.
Not a good group.
Look, I mean, look, we all, we thought that about the last World Cup group, right? The last time New Zealand qualified, Italy, Paraguay, Slovakia. I know it's not. It's probably slightly weaker than this one. Doesn't matter. Just literally doesn't matter. Go there, get humped, 3 games, go home, have a great time. Tell your kids you played at the World Cup. See you later.
Yeah.
Just happy to be there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And yeah, either way, if New Zealand and Australia are to play each other, it would have to be in a semi-final. So, good luck.
Okay. Sorry, I just came across this article that has every completed deal so far, and I didn't realize that Lacazette has re-signed to Lyon.
Yeah, that was just yesterday. So he's gone on a free. So Arsenal are definitely going to need any striker.
Well, yeah, they've lost Aubameyang and Lacazette now, so they have.
Yeah, their only strikers are Eddie Nketiah and
Martinelli.
Martinelli.
Yeah, and they've both been sort of converted to that too. So surely they must be looking for a number 9. And
yeah, gotta be.
And I didn't realize too that it says that Liverpool have released Origi.
Well, he's signed free contract for Milan.
He has?
Yeah, he's already signed. He's an AC Milan player.
Oh shit, I didn't see that. Crazy. That's good. Yeah, why not? Yeah, and actually, yeah, that's one where you just reminded me. There's going to be another free signing. The reunion of Nemanja Matic and Jose Mourinho yet again. He is going to undergo a Roma medical next week, apparently.
He loves them.
His favorite player of all time, gotta be.
It's his son.
100%. Okie dokie. Well, yeah. That about covers it. We've been streaming for over an hour now, so that's good. I think that's all we need to do today. This was a test mostly anyway, so yeah.
And besides, no one cares, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Alrighty. Okay. Yeah. Anything you want to say before we wrap it up?
I like KFC.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yep. All right.
that's it.
Okay. All right. Yeah. If thanks for anyone listening to this. I suppose once this is released, remember to like and subscribe, and yeah, look out for the Football Friends podcast being live streamed from now on. Probably what we're going to do, and yeah. So we'll see you next time.
Through.